Hello, welcome to the Pikes Peak Library District's Legal Collections tutorial video on using Legal Information Reference Center. The intent of this guide is to provide legal information, and it does not constitute legal advice. Legal Information Reference Center is a library database that contains electronic copies of many of the Nolo titles. Nolo is a publisher of legal secondary sources that explain many different legal topics in clear, easy to understand language. So let's now take a look at the library's website as to where you can find this database. When you get onto the library's website, which is at ppld.org, you want to look for this link that's called Research and Learn and click there. From there, you can go to Search by Subject. And now we're going to look for all of the law collection subject guides. So we're going to scroll down to the box labeled Law. We'll find the databases all listed on the Law and Legal Resources page. So let's click there. Then, once you're on this page, look over to the left for the link to Legal Databases. Legal Information Reference Center is going to be located in the middle, and you want to go ahead and click on that link. If you are accessing this database from home, at this point you would be prompted to enter your library card number and PIN, but if you're at a library, it will just open up directly to this page. Once you are on this page, you can search for items right here at the top. You can also browse through featured sources. You can browse through topics and categories as well. Let's first just run a search and see what that looks like. So you can go ahead and put your search terms in here. So I'm going to search for estate planning and just hit enter to run the search. Then when you get onto this page, you have some options. If you want to filter things, you can do that here. If you want to sort how the results appear, you can do that here. Right now it's set to relevance, but you can also do it by date as well. If you wanted to do a more advanced search, you could click in there as well. And then if you scroll down, now you will see all the chapters that came up from just my search for estate planning. Let's go ahead and click on this record to see more information about this particular chapter. And so when you do that, you get additional information about the book it's coming out of, as well as a little explanation of what the chapter is about. You also have some options here. If you need to cite the source, you could do that. You have a few options there. You can download the chapter here, but let's take a look at it first. So here, if I go into Access Now PDF, that'll allow me to look at the chapter here on my computer. So now here at the top, we have a few more options. Again, you can cite, you can download, you can print. I can actually read the chapter here in my browser if I wish to. But another really important thing that happens when you go into one of these PDFs is now I have the full table of contents on the side here. So let's say rather than starting at chapter 11 in this book, I really wanted to start at chapter 1. So this would allow me to click there and go right to the beginning of the book. Okay, I'm going to hop out of here. Let's go back to the home page. So I'm going to hit that back arrow, and then I'm just going to go ahead and click on this Explora logo, and that will take me back to the beginning where I started. So now I want to explore a topic. So let's go ahead and scroll down, and we can see we have all these different topic areas. So let's go ahead and click into one of those. And so then that takes me to this topic page. And then I can see, oh, there's even more sort of subtopics below this. So let's go ahead and we'll click into one of those. And then I get into the subtopic page, and it's broken down even into more specific items. So let's go ahead and click into one of those. And now I'm getting chapters out of that particular source. It looks like a lot of forms actually for this one. One last thing I want to point out, and I'm going to go back to the home page again just by clicking on that logo. If I go down to the very, very bottom of this page, I see this link here for legal forms by U.S. state. So let's click on that. That is now going to take me to this PDF. So I'm going to open that up. And then when I'm in here, now I have links to all 50 states for where I can find court forms. And so if we go to Colorado, you can see, okay, this would take me to the state court website where I could access those judicial district forms. Or if I was appearing in federal court in the District of Colorado, then this would take me to that website. So that's another nice feature is that you can find those court forms through this website as well. Especially if maybe you're looking for a state other than Colorado and are not sure which court website you should use to find those forms. So that is available as well. So this is just a really quick overview of how to use Legal Information Reference Center. Again, those Nolo books are a great starting point for any sort of legal research that you may be doing. All right, thank you for watching.